Hi, I'm Bob Ward, and this is my first flight. I've been a fan of Michael Jordan since the day he got drafted by the Chicago Bulls. I'm born and raised Chicago, and ironically, I played a lot of sports, football, baseball, you name it, but basketball was one. I couldn't hit the side of a barn with a basketball. That's probably why I had such a appreciation for what he can do on the court. Uh, from the minute he was drafted to the first preseason game, when I saw him play, all the awe-inspiring, jaw-dropping moments just had me like spellbound. I watched just about every single game in his career. Um, I followed him when he was playing baseball, with the Barons, the Scorpions, uh, and I collect all Chicago sports teams. Always have, starting in the mid '80s. But hands down, my favorite is Michael. Anything and everything Michael Jordan. Low to mid valued advertising, Space Jam, you name it, McDonald's, Coca Cola, Hanes underwear, Rayovac batteries, the list goes on and on and on. You name it, I've pretty much got it. Unfortunately, my wife thinks I'm off the wall. She's probably right. She doesn't understand my passion for collecting. She just loves to watch the games, decorate, and get all dressed up, in that respective team that she's watching. But yeah, I had to take my lumps over the years. I started collecting Michael real heavy probably in 1990 or so. Um, I got caught up in Operation Foul Ball that evolved into Operation Bullpen. It was an FBI sting in 1996 that evolved out of Chicago. I befriended the ringleader. I met him at Ford City Mall. It's a local shopping center here in southwest suburbs of Chicago, or south by Midway Airport. Anyway, I bought a bunch of memorabilia from him. Some of the stuff early on was authentic, and for whatever reason, he got greedy, and hooked up with the wrong people and started selling a bunch of fraudulent items, namely Michael Jordan. So I had to segregate all the stuff from Bridgeport Collectibles. But that being said, it hasn't deterred me. I still, to this day, I'm 67. I still collect. And here's a couple of my grails. Here's a 1986-87 Chicago Bulls team sign ball. I gravitate more towards the vintage cursive signature, probably because when I was in grade school, I won penmanship contests, and both of my parents had really fine handwriting, so I kind of have an affinity for full cursive and the earlier signatures. And this right here is another one. This one has all the sentimental value attached to it. It's a Chicago Open hat signed in person by Michael on September 16th, 1999. He was trying to qualify for the Chicago Open here in Beverly Country Club, and he missed a cut that Friday by, I think it was like 13 shots. But I was able to meet him, shake his hand as he went into the clubhouse, and I waited for 6 hours. Started out with like a group of 60 of us, and by the time he came out, the temperature had dropped from like mid 70s into the low 50s, and it was me and one other, a lawyer from Beverly here, the last two people standing. And he signed, albeit reluctantly, but as you can see, the top of the J is cut off because he was signing as he walked, and I don't know, he might have had a couple drinks, who knows. But he was nice enough to sign, and I'll never forget that 2-3 minute interaction. But yeah, I've also got this, which I just got back from Beckett. It it's personalized to Bob and inscribed best wishes. I kind of like this one because he has personalized a lot of items over the years, but you don't see to Bob. Other than Bob Rosenberg, he was the official Chicago Bulls scorer. That I know he personalized some things to him to Bob. And this one is the backstory is what really intrigues me. He signed that, believe it or not, on his 22nd birthday, February 17th, 1985, up on the northwest side at a place called Big Boppers. He was shooting a game of pool with George Koehler, his limo driver at the time, who is actually one of his best friends, one of his closest confidants to this day. So I love the backstory. But yeah, there's just something about collecting Michael Jordan. I've always enjoyed it. I've taken the lumps over the years. Any collector worth their salt that's in the hobby long enough is going to come across some fraudulent items unless you get it signed right in front of you. That's why I'm a big advocate for third-party authentication. You can never be too sure. I try to get multiples of everything. And in this day and age with their fake and hologram certificate of authenticities, it just behooves you to get as much authenticity to back up the provenance. I've even got a letter from the seller from this cut signature as well. But anyway, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to submit this video. I appreciate Matthew Coppage. Good luck with AirShow23, the relaunch, and look forward to possibly networking with some other fellow Jordan collectors. Good luck, everybody. Take care.